Hello and welcome to UAT Time within the United Countries Special by First Ukraine. You can find us at the frequencies available to our website firstuat.com. I'm Sergey Velichanskiy.
And I am Olivier Vedrine. UAT Time is dedicated to bring Ukraine and Europe closer to each other by introducing the real Ukraine to the rest of the world.
The past few days have been very disturbing since 10 parliamentarians from France came to Ukrainian temporarily occupied Crimea without Ukrainian authority permission. It has created a dangerous precedent of violation of international laws. Everybody is in the waiting mode of what consequences will follow, and will they? We have decided to discuss this touchy issue and make this unplanned breaking news talk show to try to figure this all out. Olivier, besides the fact that you are European expert, you are French, and you've been around all of those people, you've been there, you know some of them. Well, first of all, I don't get it. What has just happened? The 10 parliament members, without talking to Kiev, to the authorities, just took their freedom and went to the...
You know, you have a former Minister of Transport.
Okay, a former.
Former.
Okay.
Mr. Mariani. Mr. Mariani is a former. He's the leader of this group. But other member of the group, they represent nothing. They represent nothing in the political area of France. A large part of them, they are against the European Union. Some of them, they voted against the European Budget Pact. They were against the Constitution for Europe in 2005.
Okay.
Some of them are also against USA. Then, you know, we have to face some representative of, what can I say, very conservative point of view, they are out of fashion political men.
Okay, but their trip to Crimea, which has been promoted wildly, especially through the Russian media, what they said, the Ministry of Defense official website, the Star, Zvezda, basically what they said, EU tired of Ukraine because of the MPs traveling. EU is tired of Ukraine. This is what the trip of the French MPs shows and proves.
This is nothing. You know, EU is not tired about Ukraine. EU is tired about those parliamentarians.
Well, that website is known for some huge fakes.
Come on, they represent nothing. The French government was against this travel. The French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius was against this travel. My friend, the Deputy Bruno Leroux, who is in the blacklist of Putin, say that this travel is a shame for the French Republic. Okay. They represent nothing, that they cannot talk with the voice of France. They don't represent France. They don't represent the French Assembly. They represent only themselves. Some of them, they have business interests. Some of them, they are against the European Union. Some of them, they are against USA. As I said, they are out of fashion. And really, this is for my country and for France. They give to Ukraine a very bad image of my country. And for me, this is a shame.
I understand. Actually, I appreciate your feelings. I've done some research on Twitter of some reactions of some political or intelligence or the people of opinion that influence opinion. Edgar Srinkevičius, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Republic of Latvia, reacted. Visit of some French parliamentarians to occupied Crimea is a disgrace to Europe, whole and free, and severe blow to European solidarity. That's his statement. And then The executive president of Institute Aspen in France, Nicolas Tenzer, had a tweet. Today I am a Crimean Tatar, offended by French MPs' visit to illegally occupied Crimea. France's government blames them. They're not friends. Hashtag friends. Yes, again and again, this visit is shameful and shows no concern for international laws. Those MPs are not friends.
I agree. They are not friends. They are not. They don't represent the French Republic. They don't represent the value of the French Republic. That means the universal values like liberty, equality, human rights, democracy,
and respect to the law.
And because we are, and thank you, this is a non-respect of international law. If you know the article made by UN about the status of Crimea, UN say Crimea is still Ukraine.
Yes.
And if somebody wants to go to Crimea as official, is against the international law.
Yes.
They are, for me, they are like criminal in international law world, you know?
Yeah.
Then. But I want to underline one fact. Those men really, some of them are, can I say, not inefficient, but they are not well known in France.
Okay.
And they are, for them, that's a big chance because now everybody talk about them.
Their own PR.
Yeah, this is a problem of PR.
Okay.
Because let's see, this former Minister of Transport, Mr. Mayani, he was in the government of Sarkozy, okay? His wife is Russian. He's vice president of Dialogue Franco-Russe, who is really a pro-Russian association.
Okay.
Everything is here.
I've seen some pictures of one of the delegation putting on a T-shirt. Have you seen that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Which is very disgraceful and offensive.
Yeah.
And then he tweets that he was deceived into it. He didn't know what T-shirt it was, what meaning was it.
Yeah, of course.
So it does look like a huge setup, a huge provocation. To my understanding, they came sponsored by Kremlin, Russia. They traveled there. They took a lot of pictures and said how people are smiling and peaceful. And I mean, didn't they know that they were smiling and peaceful a year and 2 years and 10 years ago? And they're only smiling now. It's like, so it does seem like a big picture for some specific message that the Russian media wants to make. And again, as I quoted, that supposedly EU is tired of Ukraine, and now they're looking for other possibilities and markets.
No, for me this is really, they are for me useful idiot. They are a victim of some Russian manipulation. And I think some of them, they are really victim of Russian manipulation.
Okay.
And
are you saying victim, maybe they're sponsored?
No, victim. No. I say that they are very kind and they really don't know the reality of the way of thinking in the Kremlin.
Okay.
They are very kind. This is like some children who believe in Santa Claus, you know.
Well, I could probably understand as when you said that they're not well known in France. Out of 450 parliament members here in Ukraine, we probably know about 200. So the rest 250 are not known as well. So I can see that. The question is, well, again, there is a Pavlo Klimkin, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, in his tweet, just thanking Laurent Fabius for a principled position on the unacceptability of illegal visit by parliamentarians of France to Crimea. And hashtag Crimea is Ukraine. Basically, with this tweet, you can say that, yes, there was a reaction from the Minister of Foreign
totally,
Affairs.
Totally. And Laurent Fabius
France?
was shocked about this travel. He said that, I am shocked about this travel. Laurent Fabius. Can you imagine in France, those parliamentarians are, for a large part of France, it's a shame. This is a shame.
So he says he's shocked.
Yeah, totally shocked.
That's quite a strong phrase.
And Mr. Leroux, who is in the blacklist of Putin, you know, for the visa, put the word of shame. This is a shame, this travel.
Yeah. Well, and as a result, Ukraine shows a red card to these 10 people, announcing them or in the process of announcing them non grata to Ukraine.
This is normal, you know.
Yeah.
If, for example, we are in France before the First World War, and some parliamentarians go to Alsace to say this is Germany. And you know that before the First World War, Alsace and Lorraine was occupied by Germany. That now is a French territory, but that was a French territory, and Germany occupied this territory of Alsace and Lorraine. And for me, this is the same, you know. If some parliamentarian before the First World War come in Alsace-Lorraine and say, okay, we come here and we all agree that these are German territories. It's the same provocation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You know some of those people, some of those 10. You know, I was in the military school 15 years. Then I meet a lot of men in conference, and a lot of deputies, a lot of senators, a lot of ministers. Yes.
And yes, I know some of them. I know some of them, yeah.
Okay. Could you give us a little understanding? Yes, you did explain, you know, that PR is one of the reasons why they came
but also this is for some of them, like Mr. Mariani, this is ideological travel.
Ideological?
Yeah. Because he's really a very conservative. He's a leader of a conservative movement in right parties. And for him, he really believes in, can I say, in some ideas of Putin. He's very, very close to Putin government. You know, he is a vice president of Dialogue Franco-Russe, and Dialogue Franco-Russe is an association sponsored by the Kremlin.
Okay. Do some of them have some family ties with Russia?
Mr. Mariani is married with a Russian girl from Ekaterinburg.
Okay. Well, probably nothing
but
bad
you can
with
be
that,
married with a Russian girl and you
yes,
can be a Democrat.
Yes, exactly. That's true. But do you think this incident has created such a precedent that all the marginal politicians from all over the world may start viewing Crimea as a potential market place for their...
Totally agree. That's mean for me. The Kremlin and Putin will be the leader of all the marginal politicians all around the world. And that's for me very dangerous, because all the extremists will see Putin as a leader against Western values.
Yes.
And for me, this is the key issue.
It seems like that's what's happening, and to get the support, at least from somebody, for their actions, that's what he does. So France was now. Who is in turn next? What country and what
I think we will see in the future some extremists from other European Union countries, from other countries in Crimea, in Kremlin, to receive the support of Putin. really, I underline that Putin will be the leader of all the persons who are against European values, US values, Western values, universal values, democracy, human rights. He will be this leader. He now is the leader of those persons, as those Frenchmen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for me, this is really, you know, we are here in a fight between two systems. And we are here in a fight for values.
Well, unfortunately, business interests of individuals sometimes dictate and sometimes bring some changes into this fight. Like these guys, I'm sure there's some, you know, besides PR, there could be, okay, I don't know for sure, but there could be some business potentials there, because one of the tweets was like, oh, there is no French mobile services in Crimea. Well, is that a hint? And what kind of a mobile service will move into Crimea?
I saw that. You know, yes, but I think business can explain a part. But in this case, you have really a big ideological aspect.
Okay.
A big ideological aspect against the European Union, against the value of the European Union. A large part of those persons, some of them, they come from extreme right parties.
Okay.
Some of them voted against the European Budget Pact.
Sure.
Some of them was for to say no to the referendum for the Constitution for Europe in 2005. Then this is some people out of fashion parliamentarian.
Okay. Sure. Well, on the opposite, what would you say? You have already stated the reaction of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of France. You know, if you want to add anything about these two MPs, but I want to go a bit further, because this is just one page. We can flip it and go on. Okay, what is the overall right now, France? Where does it stand specifically as France, as a country, in terms of friendship and relationship with Ukraine? What can you say?
The French government, like the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, like our President, François Hollande, they are with Ukraine.
Okay.
They are with Ukraine. We didn't sell the Mistral to Russia.
That's true. I even know that the Russian experts then came to Mistral to take their radios and their equipment that they had installed.
Then that means we are with Ukraine.
Yes.
Why? Because our president, our government, and a large part of our parliamentarians, they believe in the value of the French Republic, human rights, democracy, liberty, equality, fraternity, and that's really our values. And that's why a lot of parliamentarians are very shocked about this travel.
Sure, sure, yeah. Well, what can I say? Vive la France, you know. So in terms of something that France on purpose didn't do, which of course cost some financial losses, of course, you know, in business. But overall, how influential France in terms of helping all European Union to help Ukraine? What are the steps, or what you know, is there? What kind of assistance there from France? Or you know, you know, it's true. France did this action on its own, which is very exciting to know. We wish that each country would take their own, you know, responsibility. But is France influential in the European Union for the European Union to provide help, or that's why help is already coming because of the assistance?
France is one of the two biggest powerful countries in the European Union with Germany, then yes, we can influence. Yes, we can influence. And I think one of the consequences of this trouble will be that France will do more influence for Ukraine.
Okay, we'll take
because
more steps.
we are very angry.
Okay.
We feel that's a shame for us, and I think this trouble will be like a provocation to do more for Ukraine.
Okay.
Because we say, oh, we are not those parliamentarians. Look,
Okay.
and we will do something for you.
Okay. Okay.
That will
okay.
be a consequences, I think. One of the consequences.
Actually, that would be probably a good side of bed, pretty much. You know, there's a phrase, the good side
Yeah.
of bed. So,
Yeah.
you know, this travel took place. Yes, you can change it. Some take credit for it, and some gain some political, you know, weight in the whatever. But probably yes, there is a good side of it that France will, and as always has helped, will help in the future. That's what I.
But you know, for me, you know, those parliamentarians, they really, as I said in one of my articles, they really don't know Ukraine and also don't know Russia, because in Russia, a lot of persons want to remove Putin, and they are now under persecution, and those persons are against Europe, against France, against Ukraine, but also against Russia. Now the Russian opposition is looking Kiev and say, please stand up. Stand up for the people in Russia, because the people in Russia, large part of them now, they want to live free. And for me, you know, we have now in Europe a fight for democracy and human rights against a system of authoritarianism, and we have to win this fight. And the representative of the authoritarianism is Putin. And why I am very afraid is that all the marginal will go to Moscow to see Putin to have some support, and that's for me a shame for Europe, and that's really a big risk for us.
Well, it definitely doesn't help to stabilize the situation.
Yeah.
And definitely doesn't help to bring reconciliation and peace in this part of the world.
This is a war.
Yeah.
We are in war. Not only between Russia and Ukraine, but between Russia and the European Union, between Russia and the free world, and the Western values.
Yeah. That's true. That's well. Anything else you want to add about this trip, or we just need to flip the page and go on?
I think, my dear Sergey, we have a lot of work to do, and to bring the European values and the universal values all around the world. And this is our job, to underline the good things and the bad things.
Yes, and that's why we have UAT time, that over the cup of tea, discuss the real serious issues that have to do with Ukraine and introduce Ukraine to the rest of the world. It was United Country UAT time by First Ukraine. Thanks for joining us for a cup of tea.
Olivier, Vedrine and Sergey Velichanskiy were working for you in the studio. Stay with us and we will show you the real Ukraine.
Thank you for being with us. Have a good day and see you soon.